My child, stop right here. Stop scrolling. Stop doubting. This is not just a message, it is a divine instruction from my throne. I brought you here, not by chance, not by mistake, but by divine purpose. You are not listening to this by accident. You were led here by my spirit because I am releasing something that has been locked up for a long time, something the world wasn't ready for, but you are. For so long, you've felt blocked. You've been waiting. You've been holding your gifts back, quieting your power, thinking maybe the time wasn't right. But I'm telling you now, the time is right. The moment is now. I've given you something powerful, something rare. And what was once forbidden is now allowed. Not only allowed, required. Because the world is shifting. Your life is shifting. And if you don't move now, if you don't listen, if you don't obey, you may miss the breakthrough that's standing right in front of you. This is not the time for delay. The spiritual realm is moving. Even the enemies of your destiny can feel it. They're trembling. But you, my chosen one, are being called to rise. You're not just here to survive what's coming, you're here to command it. I have placed something holy inside of you. A strategy, a gift, a sacred tool. You've been afraid to use it. You've been waiting for permission. Well, I'm giving you that permission now. No more hesitation. No more shrinking. No more spiritual silence. I'm not asking you to blend in. I'm calling you to stand out. Because when I chose you, I wired you for war, for light, for truth. This next season won't wait for you to feel ready. It won't wait for your comfort zone to catch up. The windows are opening, but they won't stay open forever. You must take action now. That trick, that tool, that prayer you were afraid to speak, use it. That bold move you were too nervous to make, step into it. That word you've been sitting on, release it. You're not unequipped. You're not unworthy. You've been prepared for this. I've hidden something inside you that the world can't touch. It's not magic. It's not fantasy. It's divine technology, ancient power, raw spiritual fire. And I'm telling you now, it's time to use it. This isn't about religion. This isn't about being part of a group or fitting into a system. This is about alignment. It's about survival, soul survival. You've been marked. You've been activated. You are part of the 1%. Not the wealthy, not the famous, the spiritually awake. The few who can feel what's coming even before the world sees it. Look around you. The world is burning. Wars, crises, mental breakdowns. But what you see on the outside is only a shadow of what's happening in the spirit. There is a war going on in the unseen. Heaven and hell are clashing. Light and darkness are colliding. And you're not just a witness to it. You are part of it. Don't ignore that feeling inside you, the one that says, "This is speaking directly to me." That's not emotion. That's recognition. That's your spirit waking up to my voice. If you're hearing this and you can't walk away, it's because I'm talking to you. And let me tell you the truth. What's been delayed in your life will begin to move, but only if you obey. The blocks will break. The walls will fall. But only if you say yes now. For centuries, this sacred power was hidden, not to punish you, but to protect it. The world wasn't ready. Human hearts were too distracted, too selfish, too reckless. The strategy I placed in you was too strong, too direct, too sacred to be misused. But now, I am lifting the veil. The time has shifted, and only the ones who have been refined in fire can hear this. Only the spiritually alert, only the chosen, You are one of them. This isn't a myth. This isn't a fairy tale. This is a real system, a divine system. A blueprint from me, awakening right now. The power that prophets whispered about but couldn't release, it's being placed into your hands. I kept it sealed until now. But today, I'm unsealing it, not for everyone. Only for the ones who can carry it. The ones like you. You weren't just born. You were sent. You weren't just chosen. You were prepared. That thing inside you, the fire, the sensitivity, the depth, it wasn't weakness. It was spiritual wiring. You're not crazy. You're not too emotional. You are tuned in. You can hear what others ignore. You can feel what others miss. That's your gift. But now, that gift must become your weapon. The depression you've been fighting, the confusion, the fatigue, it's not just in your mind. It's spiritual warfare. These are not just feelings. These are targeted attacks on your soul. And I didn't leave you defenseless. I gave you something stronger. But you have to use it. You have to activate it. This is not the time to numb yourself, to distract yourself, or to play small. You are not weak. You are not average. You are my child, my soldier, my light. The ancients knew this. They felt it. They feared it. But now it's yours. Not for pride, not for ego, but for purpose, for alignment, for impact. This is not religion. This is divine coding. This is the original connection, the true Wi-Fi to me, the Most High. And it doesn't require rituals or objects. It requires stillness. It requires surrender. It requires obedience. And most of all, it requires you to believe that I chose you for a reason. Systems are crashing. Kingdoms are falling. And I am reactivating my hidden ones. I am calling my warriors out of hiding. You were born for this moment, not to fit in, but to shift things. Not to run, but to rise. You are not random. You are my strategy on earth. A walking mystery. A living secret. And the world is about to find out why. But hear me clearly, if you delay, if you ignore this word, you may miss the timing. Because what I'm doing now is urgent. The veil has been torn. The realms are overlapping. And you have to move in spirit, not flesh. Don't wait for the next crisis. Don't wait for another breakdown to realize the truth. Act now. Speak now. Pray now. Use what I placed in you. I'm whispering, not shouting. And only those tuned in will hear. This is your moment. This is the divine release. This is your instruction. Don't look for another sign. This is it. Asterisk. The ancient gates are opening. The forgotten tools are returning. You are being handed something holy. Something heaven protected until now. Guard it. Use it. Walk in it. The time is now. I chose you. I prepared you. And I'm sending you, fully equipped. Now go. My child, listen to me. This is not just a message. This is a divine instruction straight from heaven's throne. I have chosen you to hear these words, not by chance, not by mistake, but by my will. You've been led here by my hand, because it's time. You are not late. You are right on time to receive what once was forbidden. What I've hidden for ages, I now place in your hands. Not everyone will hear this. But you have ears to hear. So listen, not with fear, but with attention. Not with noise, but with stillness. Mankind has reached a moment where only those who are truly connected to me, deeply, spiritually aligned, will have the strength to survive what's coming. My system does not run on man's time. I don't wait for stars to fall or for the sky to split open. I move in quiet ways. I speak in whispers. I lead through nudges. And those nudges you keep feeling in your spirit, yes, that's me. The discomfort you can't explain, the stirring you feel in your belly, the sudden knowing that something is shifting around you, that's my hand guiding you. There is a gate, narrow and holy, that leads to safety. It leads to clarity. It leads to divine communication. That gate is beginning to close, not because I am cruel, but because the world is speeding into a storm that will shake many, even some of the strongest. I'm not telling you this to scare you, but to prepare you. The method I'm handing you today is not a luxury. It is a lifeline. You don't have years anymore. You don't even have months. You have moments. Moments where the world grows louder, and my spirit speaks softer. That voice you've been ignoring, that gentle pull that keeps trying to get your attention, that is me. That's the sound of heaven calling you inward. Don't wait until you are spiritually starving. Don't wait until the famine hits your soul and you cry out with dry lips for water I was offering in secret. This is that moment. Don't miss it. Now hear me clearly. This is the technique. Place both hands over your eyes. Say it out loud with your own voice. I am one with God. Again, I am one with God. This is not a performance. This is not superstition. This is holy protocol. This is your re-entry into my presence. Why the hands? Because your physical eyes have been too full of the world, too full of chaos, too full of illusion. But when your hands cover your sight, your soul is finally given permission to see. You're not running from life. You're being upgraded. You are syncing with the highest frequency available to any human, divine presence. You weren't meant to live clouded. You weren't created to walk through life numb, distracted, lost in confusion. No, you were made to see clearly. You were designed to receive divine downloads. I placed eternal codes inside you, wisdom, strength, strategy, vision. But this world poisoned your frequency. It dimmed your inner light. It fogged up the lenses of your spirit. That's why this trick, this position, this holy activation, is so necessary now. You don't have to beg me anymore. You just have to align. There are vaults in heaven with your name on them. Vaults filled with strength, peace, healing, answers. They are open right now, but not for long. This isn't about earning access. It's about stepping into it through obedience. The hands over your eyes aren't just stillness. They are a prophetic act. They are a spiritual gate, a shield, a seal. When you place your hands over your eyes, you block the illusions of this world and open the eyes of your spirit. You are saying to your soul, now it's your turn to see. Even in my word, I've shown you this. Paul was blinded so he could truly see. Prophets were hidden so they could truly hear. When physical sight is shut, divine vision is born. That's why this technique was once kept hidden. Because the power is not in your body, but in what happens within your spirit when you use it. This is not yoga. This is not a trend. This is divine architecture being activated by your surrender. Your stillness is your entrance. Your obedience is your protection. Right now, protection no longer comes from walls, weapons, or logic. It comes from alignment, from divine covering, from frequency. When you place your hands over your eyes, whisper my name, and declare, I am one with God, you become invisible to enemy forces. You move in divine stealth. You are covered. You are hidden. You are untouchable. This world is a battlefield. But the war is in the mind. Mental exhaustion, overthinking, numbness. These are the chains used to trap my children. The enemy knows he doesn't need to lock your body if he can lock your mind. But I am not silent. I am giving you a key. This key is ancient. It was once too sacred to touch. But now it is in your hands. You are not just calming your mind. You are freeing your soul. The walls built from trauma, lies, and confusion, they are not forever. They are not permanent. They are breakable, but only by my spirit. And this activation is your tool. When you shut out the world, cover your eyes, and whisper truth, you are not meditating. You are launching a jailbreak. You are declaring war on your chains. And heaven responds. Feel the fog lifting. Feel the weight breaking. That is not imagination. That is revelation. You were never meant to walk around spiritually blind. I gave you divine eyes. I gave you a renewed mind. I gave you the ability to hear me clearly, without distortion. And this is your first step back. But you must choose it daily. You must surrender. You must stay consistent. Because the doors are closing. The gates are narrowing. What was once forbidden is now your assignment. What was once sacred and hidden is now your responsibility. This is not a suggestion. I am not gently offering you this technique. I am placing it in your hands like a weapon. Use it now. Because the systems of this world are about to fall. Logic will fail. Money won't save. Power will crumble. And only the ones who've built their bunker in spirit, who've taken shelter in stillness, will stand. This is your survival code. This is not luxury. This is life or death. This wasn't made available before because it wasn't needed. But now the storm has arrived. The winds are blowing. The shaking has begun. You are not like them. You were chosen. You were called to rise above this noise. This isn't about religion. It's about alignment. You are stepping into divine technology, ancient and powerful. And you don't need to understand everything. You just need to obey. Place your hands over your eyes. Close out the world. Say it again. I am one with God. Let it become your morning, your night, your breath in between. Let it anchor you. Let it bring you home to me. Because the world will try to distract you. The world will scream louder. But I am not in the chaos. I am in the stillness. I am in the secret place. I am waiting where the noise cannot enter. Come back to me. I'm not far. I'm not silent. I'm here. In your stillness. In your surrender. In your whispered words. Heaven is waiting. But not forever. Use the key I've given you. Don't delay. Don't doubt. Don't look for something louder. This is how I speak. This is how I led. You are mine. You are marked. You are covered. You are chosen. Now walk in it. My beloved one, listen to me. This message is not by chance. It is not random. If your spirit was drawn here, it's because I, your God, led you to hear this. Heaven is not late. I am not far. But I have hidden you, not to punish you, not to forget you, but to prepare you. You feel the world shaking. You feel the tension in the air. Systems are failing. People are falling. But you, my chosen one, are not called to panic. You're not meant to be swept away in confusion. I have not made you for collapse. I have made you for clarity. And before I use anything, I hide it. You've been hidden because what I'm building in you must be protected. I'm shaping you away from noise, away from distractions. You're being made stronger, quieter, unshakable. The world is chasing attention, but you chase me. They want to be seen, but you are called to disappear in my presence. Let them chase followers. I am calling you to follow me. And now, I give you a secret. A trick, but it is holy. A way to unlock what others miss. When you close your eyes, when you cover your face and still your soul, you enter the room where I write destinies. Where I whisper instructions. Where I break fear and plant vision. Use this moment, right now. Put your hands over your eyes and say it with me, I am one with God. This is not a ritual. It's real alignment. Because the storm is not coming, it's already beginning. But you will not be blinded by it. You will see through it. Because your eyes are not just for sight, they are for vision. And vision does not come from the mind, it comes from me. Fear has sealed your spirit for too long. Doubt has chained your calling. But today, you break that seal. Use this moment like a hammer. Speak it again, I am one with God. When you say it, the spiritual lens changes. You begin to see beyond time. You begin to know things that your mind cannot explain. You begin to hear what heaven is saying even when the world is silent. This is not fantasy. This is spiritual intelligence. And you will need it in this final phase. My chosen ones will not survive by strength, they will survive by sight. Not the sight of the world, but the sight of the Spirit. You must learn to see through my eyes. Only then will you live the life I've prepared for you. You were not made to echo fear. You were made to speak truth. Not loud words, but powerful words. Words that shift atmospheres. Words that break chains. Words that carry my authority, not the world's approval. You've felt silenced, ignored, pushed aside. That's because your voice was never meant for just anyone. It wasn't made for empty rooms. It was made to break spiritual walls. But before you speak, you must align. Before your voice carries fire, it must be purified in stillness. Stop speaking to the world so much. Speak to me. And when I say the time is right, then open your mouth and let my power flow. Your voice doesn't need to be popular. It needs to be pure. Heaven responds to purity, not popularity. I'm not looking for the loudest. I'm raising those who speak from the Spirit, not the ego. When your words come from alignment, even one sentence can awaken the dead. One phrase can tear down lies. One whisper can unlock healing. That's the power of a sanctified voice. And that voice is in you. So stop doubting your voice. Stop rehearsing the world's scripts. I did not create you to copy, I created you to disrupt. But disruption starts with spiritual surrender. It starts in the secret place. You keep waiting on me like I'm behind schedule. But heaven is not delayed. I'm not waiting to move, I'm waiting on your yes. Not your perfect behavior, but your surrendered heart. You say, where is God? Why is nothing changing? And I say to you, I am here. I have not paused in punishment, I wait in protocol. I wait for obedience. Obedience is not just rule following, it is spiritual agreement. It's saying yes even when your mind screams no. It's stepping forward even when your knees shake. It's moving when everything says stay. When you obey, heaven responds. Not to need, but to readiness. Every yes sends a signal to me, I'm ready. And I pour out what has been stored up. If you feel stuck, it's not rejection, it's preparation. Your next level requires more surrender. You cannot enter new places with old patterns. You cannot hold divine reign if your hands are closed. I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for a yes. And that yes starts in silence. Close your eyes. Cover your face. Whisper it again. I align. I surrender. I trust. That's where the shift begins. That's where the heavens open. Stop looking at me like I'm a late train. Your breakthrough isn't missing, it's waiting on your obedience. The blessing, the clarity, the power, it's already ready. You're not waiting on me. I'm waiting on you.